Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us today. In these presentations, we'll be diving into reflections, evaluation of social welfare and elderly police, Law Number 11 2009 and Government Regulations Number 39 2012. In this beautiful day, let us introduce ourselves. We are from collaboration teams 1, 2, and 3. And let's get started. Let's start with the slide 1's article related to the objective and targets of social welfare. Law number 11 2009, the implementation of social welfare aims to improve the standard of living, quality and sustainable of life, restore social functions to achieve independence, enhance the social resilience of the community in preventing and addressing social welfare issues, improve the capacity, awareness, and social responsibility of business work is organizing social welfare in a structured, sustainable manner. Enhance the capacity and awareness of the community in organizing social welfare in a structured, sustainable manner, and improve the quality of management in the implementation of social welfare. And then in Government Regulation Number 39 2012, the implementation of social welfare aims to improve the standard of living, quality and sustainability of life, restore social functions to achieve independence, enhance the social resilience of the community. Then let's move to slide 2, relevance and reflections. These objects align with community-based education programs, such as village-based education, community-based early childhood education, and community vocational training centers. The focus is on improving living standard, education quality, and community independence. This aligns with Article 3 of Law Number 11 of 2009, which advances enhancing living standards and community welfare.
Articles related to the role of pesantren and traditional houses in community education. Law Number 11 2009 and Government Regulation Number 39 2012. Article 35, Paragraph 1, letter D, the facilities and infrastructure for the implementation of social welfare include the social welfare centers, including pesantren and traditional houses.
Relevance and reflection. Pesantren and traditional houses play key roles in social welfare by providing education in both religion and life skills. Pesantren foster social independence, while traditional houses promote local wisdom and cultural learning, strengthening community identity and social welfare.
Article related to social rehabilitation in community education. Law Number 11 2009 and Government Regulation Number 39 2012. Article 7, Paragraph 3, letter C and J. Social rehabilitation include C. Vocational training and entrepreneurship development. Example of vocational training: first, sewing or fashion design training. Second, automotive training such as vehicle repair. Example of entrepreneurship development: first, small business management training. Second, product marketing and promotion training. This program aims to provide practical skill and capabilities for participants so they can achieve economic independence and have better business prospects. J. Advanced Guardians. Advanced Guardians refer to additional and ongoing mentorship and support provided to ensure the success of program participants in adapting and living independently after rehabilitation. The goal of these advanced guardians is to make sure program participants are truly able to achieve economic and social self-sufficiency following their rehabilitation efforts. This suggests that as part of social rehabilitation program in the community, there is a focus on providing vocational training, entrepreneurship development opportunities.
Relevance and reflection. The community vocational training centers provide vocational skills training to social vulnerable communities. Advanced guidance can also be offered through village-based education or community-based training programs. These initiatives aim to improve job skills, enabling individuals to access employment or start their own business. Programs like Kejar Paket A, B, and C, along with training at BLK community, support social rehabilitation by enhancing the vocational skills of vulnerable groups. Advanced guidance help participants apply these skills in real life, promoting independence and productivity.
Articles relate to social empowerment in community education. First, Law Number 11, 2009 years. Article 12, first paragraph, letters A and B. Social empowerment is intended to A. Empower individuals, families, groups, and communities experiencing social welfare issues to meet their needs independently. B. Enhance the participation of institutions and individuals as potential research in the implementation of social welfare. Next, Government Regulation Number 39, 2012 years. Article 15, letter A. Social empowerment is intended to empower individuals, families, groups, and communities so that they are able to meet their needs independently.
Village-based community empowerment programs can be seen as a form of social empowerment. In many villages, community education is facilitated through village halls or community learning space. Another example is the Family Welfare Education Program or PKK, which often holds economic skills training for women. Empowerment through programs like PKK reflect concrete efforts to support community independence, particularly for women. The economic skills training provided by PKK enhance individuals' capacity to meet basic needs independently, thus contributing to family welfare.
Article related to community participation and law. Law number 11 or 2009, Article 38, paragraph 2. Leaders D, E, and H, the role of the community can be carried out by D. Social organization, E. Non-governmental organization, and last, H. Social welfare institution. And next, Government Regulation Number 39 or 2012. Article 52, Leaders D, E, and H, the role of the community in the implementation of social welfare can be carried out by D. Social organization, E. Non-governmental organization, and last, H. Social welfare institution.
Relevance and reflection. Many community organizations such as Forum Anak, Karang Taruna, and organizations based on local culture run community-based education programs. These institutions facilitate community learning activities aimed at educating members of the community. Organizations like Karang Taruna or Forum Anak play a key role in community-based education, including supporting out-of-school children to return to learning. This highlights the importance of collaboration between the community and the government in achieving social welfare.
Relevance. Articles relate to the results for community education implementation. Article 32, Village-based education and community-based early childhood education or PAUD require educators, learning facilities, and funding. The management of fund is carried out by the central government, local governments, or assistance from the business sector. The human resources involved in this process include teachers, village facilitators, or education cadres in the community. Articles relate to accreditation and certification. Article 51 and Article 52, institutions such as community-based PAUD or community learning centers must also be accredited to be recognized by the government. Certification is granted to educators and program administrators.
Law Number 11, 2009. Articles related to accreditation and certification. Article 51 and Article 52. A. Article 51. 1. Accreditation is conducted for institutions in the field of social welfare. 2. The accreditation mentioned in paragraph 1 is carried out to determine the feasibility level and standardization of social welfare implementation. B. Articles 52. 1. Certification is conducted to determine the qualification and competency required in the field of social welfare. 2. The certification mentioned in paragraph 1 is in the form of a certificate. And next, article related to the resource for community education implementation. Article 32. In the resource for the implementation of social welfare include A. Human resources, B. Facilities and infrastructure, and C. Funding sources.
And next, articles related to the responsibility of the government and local governments. Article 24. The implementation of social welfare is the responsibility of A. The government and B. Local governments. The relevance is the government is responsible for managing and supervising community-based education programs, such as village halls as learning centers. Local governments also play an important role in managing the equalization education programs, such as Kejar Paket A, B, and C, particularly in terms of allocating funds and overseeing educational institutions.
And then I want to explain a conclusions about this material. In addition to PKBM and LKP, there are various community-based education institutions such as community-based early childhood educations, pesantren and traditional houses, community vocational training centers, the family welfare education program, and village-based education. The articles regulating the implementation of community education outside PKBM and LKP cover aspects of social rehabilitation at Article 7, social empowerment at Article 12, community participation at Article 38, researches for implementation at Article 32, and accreditation and certification at Article 51 and 52. The articles in Government Regulation Number 39 of 2012 provide a strong foundation to support various community education programs outside PKBM and LKP, such as pesantren, traditional house, and village halls. However, its effective requires first, accurate beneficiary data, second, better synergy between the government and the community, third, ongoing monitoring and funding. The answer these programs are truly beneficial. We hope the informations that we shared today was helpful. Sorry if there's any mistake. I would like to thank everyone for their time. Thank you for being a great audience and thank you for listening our presentations.